Ricky Gervais is here. What a brilliant premise for a movie, that everybody tells the truth.
It's fun, isn't it? It's one of those things you think this must have been done before, but it's a great vehicle to deliver that sort of comedy, because the first half of the film you're laughing at the awful things people say to me.
Yeah.
Because they're brutally honest. In a world where no one can lie, there's no flattery. They say things like that all the time. They say things like, "Oh, isn't your baby ugly?" But it's with no prejudice. It's just they can't help it. It's their nature. Yeah. And then the second half of the film sort of moves into more dramatic territory, and I get the ability to lie. I just discover I can lie, and in a world with only truth, people believe everything I say. They take it as the absolute gospel.
They do take it as the absolute gospel. That's
without giving too much away.
I know, yeah. We really don't want to, which is a shame. But fantastic cast. We saw Tina Fey there.
Amazing cast.
You've got Rob Lowe.
And
Jennifer Garner. Beautiful Jennifer Garner.
And we've got people like Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I know.
And
Ed Norton.
Edward Norton. Unbelievable.
Fantastic.
I mean, really is the comedy cast of
It's
the
really
decade.
good.
Yeah.
Did they all sort of queue up to be in your film? Which
well,
would be
they all
lovely.
said yes, which is nice. I mean, yeah, I still pinch myself. The people that sort of agree to work with me, I can't work out. I think it's like a day off to them. They have
fun.
They have a laugh. Yeah.
But the responsibility was huge. I mean, you directed it. You're in it, obviously, in just about every scene, and you wrote it as well. Now, was that great fun, fantastic? It's my toy.
It's great.
Or were there sleepless nights?
No.
Thinking, big responsibility.
No, I think that if you're in charge, it's easier than having to put your hand up to get your way.
Okay,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the only reason I sort of produce and direct is to protect the writing. I think that's the most important thing for me, the idea. I think that I like the creative process, so you know, that's the sort of DNA of the piece, and the rest is bringing up baby. So and acting is fun. And also, if I'm up that early, I might as well get paid 4 times.
You might as well.
You know what I mean? I don't know why we have to start that early. I mean, this is early enough. I'm jet lagged. I've just got in from LA. I moan all the time. I'm really not cut out for this business.
So you really should. That's a great idea, though, being able to get paid 4 times. I like that.
Exactly.
I think that's wonderful. But you just said you're back from America. Is that home now? Is that where you live, or do you just backs and forwards?
I'm a Brit. Yeah. I'm a Brit, and I live in leafy Hampstead. I spend a lot of time in America because, you know, that's where the work is. Although, you know, I suppose I've avoided upping and going there and sort of like trying to make it.
Yeah.
They took The Office, they took the extras, exactly the same as we made for the BBC. I've sort of avoided the Hollywood machine too much, and I often work out of the East Coast. I love New York. I've got a place there. So no, I haven't had to get on the sort of the treadmill, so to speak.
It's fantastic.
Well, I've got on the treadmill. It's not working.
I think you're looking not too bad.
Well, I've been working out more. I've got a gym in my house. I've got no excuse. But one paper said he's lost 3 stone. I haven't. And they said he's down to a svelte 13. So they thought I used to be 16.
A svelte 13's no bad, though.
It's not bad.
It's okay.
But it does make sense when you're 5'8", svelte 13 stone. That doesn't work.
No, but it makes you feel a wee bit better. I'll
well,
tell you what,
I'm solid muscle.
Absolutely, and muscle is heavier than fat. So
exactly.
That's
exactly.
fine.
That's right.
But you wrote lines for yourself to say that an awful lot of people wouldn't say. You put lines in other people's mouths that really. I mean, I know you're very self-deprecating, and you are.
You've got to be.
But wow, you know that's.
Well, you're a comedian. You can't try and be cool and macho and sexy when you're a comedian. You've got to fall over for people's pleasure, even if that's in, you know, a realistic drama or whatever. I think if you're trying to be funny, you can't be above it. And so, and I love it. It makes me laugh. I did it in extra. When David Bowie sang that song about me, you know,
I know it was so painful and so funny.
It's probably a defence mechanism. I say it before anyone else can. They still do. But at least now it's like... Exactly, I said it first.
But you have got such a brilliant life. It's absolutely fantastic. I know you work hard. I know you do.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how...
Well, I got into this business so I wouldn't have to work, but it hasn't worked out like that.
Right.
It's like I went from the laziest person in the world to a bit of a workaholic, because Winston Churchill said, if you find a job you really love, you'll never work again. And this doesn't feel like work,
I like
you know.
that.
And when you compare it to people who really work, you know,
Exactly.
my dad used to, he was a bricklayer and get up at 5:30. I can't really complain about having a cup of coffee with you on the telly.
It's all right, isn't it?
I'd be doing this at home, so I might as well get paid for it. Am I getting paid for this?
Maybe in kind.
Just plug the film. What?
We will.
Steady on. What's going on here?
Plug the film. We will plug the film, of course.
This is not what I signed up for.
But it's shush, behave. You are so terrible. What
I didn't get this with Philip Schofield.
Well, you never asked.
I did.
Did you? terrible. What are you doing next after you stopped doing all of the film and the promotion and all of that?
The second film I've written and directed, this time with Stephen Merchant, is out in April, called Cemetery Junction.
Okay.
That's set in England in the early 70s. That's more out-and-out drama. It's funny bits, but... I'm developing a 13-part animation for HBO, which is based on the podcast I do with Stephen Merchant and Carl Pilkington. So the world's going to get another Homer Simpson, but this time he's real, and he's more stupid.
Really?
Yes.
Freaky, that's...
Carl Pilkington is the most ridiculously stupid man I know.
Excellent.
He won't mind me saying that.
I'm sure he would.
He's got a completely round head as well. It's like my hobby. Whatever I'm plugging, wherever I am, I try and get in a plug for Carl Pilkington's completely round and stupid empty head.
Fine.
Thank you.
I'm glad
it's not libelous, it's absolutely true.
Well, it's not libelous if it's true.
Exactly. She said it, Carl.
I did. Poor Carol. Listen, The Invention of Lying is out Friday, and it's really, really good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Come back and see me anytime.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, after the break.